I'll just make one point, Laura. It is important, though, that we recognise that the sort of relationship we have with China and the world as it was 15 years ago when John Howard was in power, or more, where we separated our economic and our strategic relationships and perspectives, that world has changed. And so making sure we do diversify our export markets is an important part of our national resilience. And so one of the difficult but important upsides of what we've been through over the last couple of years is that smart businesses have looked to diversify, and the government will continue to encourage that because we want to make sure we have diversified export markets.
Yeah, right. So you're saying we can't, rely on China wholly, and I think that's conventional wisdom. So can you explain what's going on a more macro level, if you like? Because on the one hand, the relationship with China absolutely has improved. China seems to be softening with Australia, but at the same time, it's it's closing out to Russia. There is increased military drills in Taiwan at the moment. What is your view of what's going on there?
Well, and first, I'd just make the point in relation to Taiwan that we think those drills, as you describe them, are destabilising, and we would urge de-escalation. Australia's position is very clearly no change to the unilateral change to the status quo. That is the best way to ensure peace and stability. But what I would say in relation to your substantive question, Laura, look, China has made clear its intent. Its intent is to operate as a great power in the world. That will mean, inevitably, there are areas where we are not going to have the same interests as China. And we need to ensure in our relationship we manage difference wisely. That's why I say we will cooperate where we can, disagree where we must, and we will engage in our national interests. So I don't see the relationship with China as one where we go back to where we might have been 20 years ago. I see us as, in a mature and wise way, trying to manage our inevitable differences of our interests and values, but at the same time recognising we live in this region of the world and therefore we must continue to engage, and remembering that engagement with the rest of the region is equally important when it comes to stability in the region in which we live.
It was a big deal for NATO to invite the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese to attend the upcoming summit, wasn't it? What is the message we can take that he's not going, and will you go in his place?
Well, first, of course, he attended last year. It is important that we continue to work with partners even near and far. So geographically, the countries of NATO may be a long way away, but the principle is the same, which is we should work together for a world which is more stable, where sovereignty is respected, where the rules-based order continues to operate. And that's why Australia has continued to support Ukraine against the illegal and immoral invasion of its country by Russia. Prime Minister attended NATO last year. This is an invitation that's also been extended. Obviously, it'll be a matter for the Prime Minister whether he determines he can attend or not, and we'll certainly have more to say about that after he's back from his leave.
Okay, before I let you go, Acting Prime Minister, has anything changed for you? I mean, you get to, stand in Adelaide and kind of rule the country from there. That's a nice change, but anything else different?
You just have a lot more police.
Okay. Well,
and then when the PM lands again, they all disappear. So you go back to normal like that. So, but look, it's a real privilege, and I'm also pleased that both the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister are having a short break, because neither of them have taken much break.
Okay, well, enjoy the security detail or not while you have them. I'm not sure.
Thank you.
Penny Wong, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.